Good morning, everybody. I hope your Tuesday is finding you well. I am glad to be here today. So let's go ahead and get everything going here. Let's first off, let me go over and do everything I need to do over in YouTube and in Twitch. Here we go. Is the poll today? I like this fruit best: blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or grapes. So here is our poll. And in a second, I'll tell you why we've done that poll. Let me go ahead and like and share this out to the world. Mr. Snorterpoopus Q Burr has a dentist appointment this morning, so he might be late if he even gets here at all, which I hope he does. But you never know with dentists, or any doctors for that matter, if they decide to take you in on time or not, because there I have there's one thing I really that cheeses me about doctors is that they have this big old thing about you not being late and everything, you, but they have no problem with you waiting for an hour. So yeah, that's usually why I try to get my appointments very first thing, one of the first appointments. So unless they, you know, are late to the entire thing, um, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get there on time. So let's go over to the Discordia world and let's post where we're going to post. And then we will start the show. Oops. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to here and post. So, okie dokie. So, I think we're good. Here, we're good here. And we're good here. Okay. Whew. Oh, wow. Mr. Burr is here. Oh, my. So we have Buddy Hepburn. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We have a Sci-Fi Mombi. Good morning. Good morning. And Sci-Fi is working and cloaked today. Okie dokie. And Snorterpoopus is here. Hello, humans and other critters. I'm glad you are here. You is here, and so is me snoot. Well, I'm glad you are, yay. So our poll today is I like this fruit best: blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or grapes. And the reason I did this poll today is National Pick Strawberries Day. Um, it encourages you to go to pick some strawberries. Right about this time of year, they start coming in season. There is something special about the taste of sun-warmed strawberry picked straight off the vine. Strawberries are the best, but they also make delicious desserts. Strawberry shortcakes or adding them to homemade yogurt and fresh jams come to mind. However, strawberries also have other good qualities. Strawberry picking time is usually between late April throughout the summer, depending on what part of the United States you live. When harvesting strawberries, you want to look for the bright red, firm, and plump ones. So here's 5 facts about strawberries that you did not know. They are a member of the rose family. There are about 200 seeds in a single strawberry. The roots of a strawberry plant are 3 inches above the soil. They're the only fruit with their seeds on the outside. And weather, variety, and ripeness when harvested determine the flavor of a strawberry. Uh, Strawberries can have, let's see, a strawberry, number one, is only 32 calories. It contains about 91% water, zero point 0.7 grams of protein, 7.7 grams of carbohydrates, 4.9 grams of natural sugar, 2 grams of fiber, and zero point 0.3 grams of fat. They're also an excellent source of vitamin C. So, National Pick Strawberries Day. That is why we have our poll. And let me make sure that it is there. So right now we have 4 votes with strawberries in the lead. Blueberries and grapes are in um, second. We used to have wild raspberries growing in our yard, and we would go and just pick them. Oh, they were so good. So let's see. We have a Fallout Dave. Hey, Mrs. in chat, working and lurking. Thank you for lurking while you're working. I worked really hard to find a picture that had all the fruits that were in my poll. There's grapes and raspberries and blueberries and strawberries. Because it just irked me not to have them all. Today is May 20th. It is the 140th day of the year, and there are 225 days remaining. This coming weekend will be our Memorial Weekend for those of us who live in the United States. So I am really looking forward to that. Here is our welcome to the stream, everybody. We have unicorns, cats, rainbows, explosions. We have everything. And why? Why do I have this as our stream for today? Well, let me tell you. Today is National Streaming Day. National Streaming Day is celebrated every year. On this day, the revolutionary movement of streaming services and how it introduced a whole new wave of watching movies and TV shows are highlighted. From Netflix, Disney Plus to Apple TV Plus to Paramount Plus, the insurmountable number of films, series, documentaries, and reality TV shows accessible for streaming in the comfort of your home is fascinating. It's a fun holiday that gives you the excuse to grab a bucket of popcorn, relax on the couch, grab the remote, and enjoy a day watching some good shows. Find out more on how you can celebrate National Streaming Day. Well, my thing is not only streaming TV shows, but um, YouTube. All the stuff that's on YouTube that is free. Um, I'm streaming. I'm celebrating today for National Streaming Day. I am claiming this day for me and for all us streamers out there. And let's see, the first live stream was in 1995. It was a baseball match between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. It was live streamed by ESPN to 1,000 subscribers. And in 2005, the origin of YouTube was launched by Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim. On 2008, the start of commercial platforms like Hulu, Microsoft, and Netflix. They started streaming their beta platforms. In 2013, the Netflix effect. Netflix pioneers original TV series as streaming content. So this is National Streaming Day. There's so many streaming channels now. It is crazy. But I am welcoming you to my stream. So and I am claiming a National Streaming Day for us streamers out there, small and big, that are on YouTube, Twitch, and other streaming platforms. Okay, wow, we got a lot of chat in here for me reading that. Let's see. Uh, we have Simply Steve saying, "What? No Unikitty?" And heyo to all creatures great and small. Hello. And we have Penny. Hello to you, Penny. I think I almost missed you. I think let me go down the line. We have Connie. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. And the snort poop is that bleepy unicorn again. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. We have a Dadman. I've been wondering if National Streaming Day also includes YouTube streamers and podcasts. You know what? I don't care. I'm including us streamers and podcasters. We have hellos. And Dadman says, Mrs. I agree. This is a streamer day also. And I will have fun today. I will have fun today. I will say I got a lot of my little lion done today. So I'm kind of looking here. See if I hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And simply she said, "Oh, I thought National Streaming Day was about flying fish. I had all my fishing gear ready." And yes, please hit the like and subscribe button. That would be greatly, greatly. I kind of flipped that on there fairly quickly, didn't I? Sorry. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Oh, my eyeballs are itching today. And when I say my eyeballs are itching, I literally mean my eyeball is itching. I want to reach inside underneath my eyelids and scratch it, which would not be a good thing to do because then I would not be able to see. Okay, enough of this silly, silly meme here. If you'd like to support me, a streamer, or fellow streamers, if they are monetized, you can through super stickers, super chats, memberships, and membership gifting. Um, I am not trying to make a living out of this. I will never be an influencer that makes $1,000 a week or whatever. But I would like to be able to afford the basic stuff to do my shows, paying for StreamYards, paying for Cosme for the watch parties. Um, I pay for a subscription so I can edit my videos. Um, there's so many things that you'd be surprised. They nickel and dime you to death. I'd like to upgrade some of my equipment, and all that takes money, and I don't want to take it out of our budget. So I thank everyone who supports me through memberships, through super chats, and also honestly, if you can't do this, I thank you for supporting me through watching, um, because that helps too. One thing anybody can do, get your peoples over here to subscribe to my channel. Like Dadman says, bring your, what is it? Bring your friends, your enemies, bring your dogs, have them all come over and subscribe to the channel. Um, um, because I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can do the next step in monetization, which is be able to do some ads, which I know are annoying, but they would be a tacit way to get some support. So thank you guys for that in advance. Like I say, get people over here to subscribe to me. And this one is something that I wanted to share. Our friend Clifton 3D, he is not only a friend to the channel, he is on Dadman's Friday night show. He has to get some laser treatments. This was on his site. His Go over there and read his Gibson Go, if nothing else. Um, but he needs to get laser stuff done. Each session is about 30 to 45 minutes. It costs €100 each for each session, and he needs 10 of them. And his goal is $1,250. That adds a little bit more there for, um, incidentals and things like, travel there and things like that. I don't know what it would be used for, but those little incidental things that happen. Um, so if you would like to support that, if you could go over and like, go over there and share it. If you can't give, send, go. If you can't, it is in euros. Well, he lives in Germany. He lives in Germany, so this is their version of GoFundMe. Um, so yes, if you could go over there and help out, that would be fantastic. Even just put a little note praying. Um, so that would be greatly, greatly appreciated if you can do it. Um, Okie doke. Today I am doing starting my stream at 12:30. As soon as I get done with this show, I'm going to start the next one. I'm going to finish this bank. That is all I have left is the back of the head of the lion. Um, I was going to try to get it done last night, but I would have been up probably till 6 this morning working on it. And then the whole today would have been shot. Um, so I went to bed after 4 hours of working on it. So I'm almost done, guys, almost done. So that will be 12:30 today. And then at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be over on Agent Atwood's gaming channel and watching The Last of Us, the part one of it, number four. Fourth time I'm watching it. He's go playing through the game. I'm watching it. He says I'm going to cry. So, buddy, if you could put Atwood's link in the uh, whatever what's this thing called chat, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. But that will be at 5 p.m. today. Boop, boop, boop. And it is birthday time. Yes, I have a full day of activity. Let's see. I saw somebody was here. Let's see. Yes, Snorter Poopies, grab some drunks off the street. That's what Dadman says. And get them to subscribe. Hello, name we cannot pronounce. He says, I like oranges, lemons, and mandarins best, but grapes are a good substitute. It's an older lion with a bald spot. Oh my goodness. And thank you, buddy, for putting that in for me. It's greatly appreciated. So yes, I have a full day of activities. So um, let's get started then. Today is May 20th, and it is birthday time. Let's see whose birthdays it is today. Our first birthday recipient is okay, I'm sorry. This is not about James Stewart. This is about my little lion guy. But he says, don't make fun of the hair or Will Smith may come and slap you. And yes, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and share out the stream. I tell you, last night I had like 13 people watching. I couldn't believe it. Like at 3 in the morning. It was crazy. It was crazy. So birthdays today. It is James Stewart's birthday. He passed away at the age of 89 years old. He was an actor and a military aviator. He is known for his distinctive drawl and everyman screen persona. His film career spanned 80 years from 1935 to 1991. With it, the strong morality he portrayed both on and off the screen, he epitomized the quote, American ideal in the mid 20th century. In 1999, the American Film Institute ranked him third on its list of greatest American male actors. He received numerous honors, including AFI Life Achievement Award, the Kennedy Center Honor, as well as the Academy Honorary Award and Presidential Medal of Freedom. Yes, great actor, best known for It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, Jimmy Stewart, he had a little stumble there at times. Let's see, some of the movies he has been in. Let's see. He was in, his breakthrough role was in Frank Capra's comedy You Can't Take It With You. Um, he also was in The Philadelphia Story, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, It's a Wonderful Life, Harvey, Anatomy of a Murder. That is the one I was thinking about. There was a, oh gosh, we were watching something. Oh, it was The Pretender. And there was that real arrogant student who murdered her professor. And I was trying to remember the name of the movie that Jimmy Stewart was in that was like that with the arrogant students, and it was Anatomy of a Murder. So I believe it was that. Yes, Anatomy of a Murder. Some of the other films he's just been in so many. You've got some here, like I said, The Philadelphia Story, Mr. D Goes to Town, Rear Window, Hitchcock, and he was a genuine war hero, says Snortopoopas. Your favorite with him isn't highly rated, but I love Dear Brigitte. It's so eccentric and often silly. Okay, I'm going to have to write that down because that is one I will look up because I've watched a lot of his films, um, and sometimes you can find some of the obscure ones. Um, Here, let me get my little paper here, and we'll write this here. I am writing Harvey. Um, um, Harvey, where he has his imaginary friend, the man who killed Liberty Valance, and the shooters. There are just so many, so many. The Glenn Miller story, Rope. No, Rope was the murder one. I gotta see if this is the right way. Okay, yes, this is the film. It wasn't Anatomy of a Murder. It was Rope. Rope is the one that with the college students um, who killed one of their friends and hit him in, and then had a party saying they did the perfect murder. Rope. And it was notable for taking place in real time. It was edited so as to appear as four long shots through the use of stitched together long takes. Um, and it was called a limited setting film because it was only in that one room. So Rope, I tell you, Rope is is really good. I I know I I at one point I was like, um, yesterday I was like, did Sasha put a food recipe down? Did I miss it? And they're like, and I looked and they're like, nope, no food. I said, I bet you he fell asleep. And you did. You took something for a headache just before yesterday's stream. I know you were in chat for a while, and then bam, it's 2 a.m. I figured you fell asleep. Well, I hope your headache feels better today. Well, he could have seen an invisible polar bear too. Let's see what else. Let's see. He had private pilot skills. He enlisted into the army during World War II, and he sought combat duty, and he rose to deputy commander officer in the Second Bombardment Wing, and commanded the 703rd Bombardment Squadron from 1941 to 47. He remained unmarried until his 40s and was dubbed the Great American Bachelor by the press. In 1949, he married former model Gloria Hattrick McLean. They had twin daughters, and he adopted her two sons from her previous marriage. They stayed married until she passed away, and then he died of a pulmonary embolism 3 years later. So, Jimmy Stewart. Buddy says he's the owner of the plane that crashes underwater in Airport 77. Snort poop is as the sausage. Was it drugged to tofu? And she goes, hi, Snort poop. Nope. I didn't have tofu yesterday. I had some today. It's a magic plane. It crashed and went under the water. It's magic. Magic. So Jimmy Stewart is our first birthday celebrant, and we have Cher. Cher is 79 years old today. She's a singer, actress, and television star. She was dubbed the goddess of pop, goddess of pop. She is known for her androgynous contralto voice, bold visual presentation, and multifaceted career. Her continued reinvention has fueled multiple comebacks over a career spanning more than 6 decades. She gained her fame as part of the folk rock duo Sonny and Cher. She had solo top 10 hits such as Bang Bang, My Baby Shot Me Down, and in the 70s, she topped the Billboard Hot 100 with the song Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Half Breed, and Dark Lady. Then she focused on acting. Oh, after she focused on that acting, she reemerged in a hair metal style with the albums Share, blah, 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 blah. Um, and at 52, she introduced what they call the Cher effect, which is stylized use of auto tune to distort voices. Let's see, she was in TV with the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour and also in Cher. Let's see, she's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and the only solo artist with #1 singles on the U.S. Billboard charts in 7 consecutive decades. Wow. Um, she has an Academy Award, a Grammy Award, an Emmy Award, 3 Golden Globe Awards, the Billboard Icon Award, and the Kennedy Center honors. So share. 79 years old today. And we have Timothy Oliphant. Uh, so since Sashi didn't share a recipe yesterday, he is going to share one today. And of course, it's going to be a tofu recipe because we can't have you guys missing out. You got to complain about the sushi. Okay. Simply she says, share, share, yes. Tofu, no. LOL. So Timothy Oliphant, an American actor. Let's see. Oh, so sorry. He has been in such films as Scream 2 Go, Gone in 60 Seconds, A Man Apart, and The Girl Next Door. He was also in television in Deadwood the movie. Some of the other films, Catch and Release, Hitman, A Perfect Getaway, and The Crazies. He was also the main antagonist in Live Free and Die Hard. And he had a recurring guest role in season 2 of Damages. There's so much more he's done here. He's been in Justified, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Amsterdam, The Office, The Mindy Project, The Grinder, Santa Clarita Diet, The Good Place, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Fargo, The Mandalorian, um, and in the Book of Boba Fett. He was great in Justified, says Penny, and he is 57 years old today. And in reference to Cher, South Park was having the what's ATF mean? I don't know. He played the Cher song "Believe" at full blast to stop Mr. McKay's meteor shower party. Yeah, South Park can yeah, they'll offend. They have no problem offending anyone. Oh, so here we have a recipe. Sizzling Japanese tofu. Ooh, let's go look that up. Thank you for the 11 people who have voted in the poll. Let's see. Where is it? Sizzling Japanese tofu. Let's search this up here. Um, Under one of my favorite websites, Nyan 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 Cooking. I probably mispronounced that. I'm sure I did. Oh my goodness. That looks really good. So here's a picture of that. There we go. And let's look at this recipe here. First off, let me post it where it needs to be posted. Um, so we have okie dokie. So it's sizzling fried Japanese tofu is one of the many typical dishes found in Chinese restaurants in Singapore and Malaysia. This silky egg tofu with small chunks of minced meat are simmered in thick savory sauce and served on a sizzling hot plate. So let's see. So Japanese tofu is a specific tofu. It is an egg tofu. It says egg tofu, or sometimes called Japanese tofu, are silky and has a pleasant eggy flavor. When fried, they create a thin, crispy layer similar to the sides of a fried egg. That's why it's different when compared to other types of tofu. If you aren't able to buy them at the Asian grocery store, supermarket, or supermarkets in Asia, tofu of medium firmness will be a good substitute. However, silken tofu will be too soft and is not suitable for this recipe. So let's see, it has scallions, mushrooms, shallots, garlic, cornstarch water, minced meat, soy sauce, salt, Shaoxing wine, white pepper, Japanese tofu, oyster sauce, sesame oil, sugar, soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and one egg. So you take the scallion, mushroom, shallots, garlic, cornstarch, and water. You soak the mushroom. You cut them in slices, and you mix it in a bowl with the corn flour and with water. Corn flour, I believe, is also cornstarch. Then you take the minced meat, soy sauce, salt, Shaoxing wine, and white pepper. You mix them all together, and you let that marinate for at least 10 minutes. And then you take the Japanese tofu and you slice about 1.5 centimeter thick. It's a kind of round. I'll show you the picture of that. So there's a picture of it. And so you cut that. Let me show you this pretty picture. Then you fry them until browned. And then you add the garlic, shallots, and mushrooms to the pan. You saute that till fragrant. Then you add the meat and you saute that. Then you add the oyster sauce, water, oil, sugar, soy sauce, and dark soy sauce. And you're going to boil that for a bit until it thickens. Then you're going to set that aside. Then you're going to put the eggs, one egg in the scallions, um, and you're going to cook that. And then you put the meat over it. And that is Japanese, sizzling Japanese tofu. That looks really, really good. Yum. Oh, and here's the link right here to it if you guys are interested. And yes, he played Cobb Vanth in The Mandalorian, and he does not look like the animals in The Return of the King. And he was Nick Cage's younger brother in Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Simply Steve. My brain could not work. Simply Steve says, that egg tofu might be good. Not minced meat, minced meat. Basically ground beef, ground meat, whatever. Let me look at something. Nyonya food. Um, it's Nyonya is also known as Peranakan cuisine. It's a blend of Chinese and Malay culinary traditions, characterized by its use of spices, coconut milk, and unique cooking techniques. So, Nyonya is a type of cooking, and I think Nyonya means. Let's see. It says Nyonya is a female parang Peranakan, a married Chinese or European lady of some position, a madam in a married. So it's a woman. So that's what that means. Oh, one thing about Japanese or egg tofu, if you cook it out of the fridge, start at a low temperature, too hot, too fast, and it will explode. Oh my goodness. None your business. So who do we have next? We have Joe Cocker, passed away at the age of 70 years old. He was a singer known for his gritty, bluesy voice and dynamic stage performance, and that featured expressive body movements. His best known singles are Feeling All Right and Unchain My Heart. So in '93, he was nominated for the Brit Award for Best British Male Solo Artist. He was awarded a bronze Sheffield Legends plaque in his hometown. He received an OBE in 2008 for services to music. He was ranked number 97 on Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Singers list, and he was selected for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. So Joe Cocker, not Crocker. No, there is no R there. Passed away at 70 years old. We have John Stuart Mill. Why did I put him on? There was a reason I put him in here. Let's see. He died at the age. When did he die? At the age of 66. He is an English philosopher, political economist, politician, and civil servant. He died in 1873. He was one of the most influential thinkers in the history of liberalism and social liberalism. Um, he contributed widely to social theory, and the political economy. He conceived of liberty as justifying the freedom of the individual in opposition to unlimited state and social control. He advocated political and social reforms such as proportional representation, the emancipation of women, and the development of labor organizations and farm cooperatives. He was a member of the Liberal Party and author of the early feminist work, The Subjugation of Women. He was also the second member of Parliament to call for women's suffrage after Henry Hunt in 1832. So, John Stuart Mill passed away at the age of 66 years old. We have Bronson Pinchot, He is an actor. Yes, he was in the sitcom Perfect Strangers playing Balky Bartokomous. Bartokomous. He was also in films such as Risky Business, Beverly Hills Cop, After Hours, True Romance, Beverly Hills Cop 3, Stephen King's The Langoliers, It's My Party, Courage Under Fire, The First Wives Club, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. And in television series Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, Mego, and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. On the DIY network, he starred in his own reality series, The Bronson Pinchot Project, where he um, renovated houses. Yes, we do the dance of joy. Yes, now we are happy. We do the dance of joy. That would be a fun show to watch too. Let's see, what list can I put that on? I'll put that right here. He has narrated over 400 audiobooks as of 2024. He was recognized as the best voice in fiction and classics for his 2010 renderings of Flannery O'Connor's Everything That Rises Must Converge, and also Matterhorn, a novel of the Vietnam War by Carl Barlentes. He also did the audio book recording of David Vaughn's Caribou Island. And he is 66 years old today. We have Tony Stewart. He's an American semi retired professional stock car racing driver and former NASCAR team co owner of Stewart-Hasse Racing. He currently competes for the NHRA Top Fuel class. He is a four-time NASCAR Cup Series championship, winning two as a driver and one as an owner driver and one as an owner. And he is 54 years old today. We have Chris Froome, a British professional road racing cyclist. He currently rides for the UCI Pro Team Israel Premier Tech. He won 7 Grand Tours, 4 editions of the Tour de France, and 1 Giro d'Italia and the Vuelta a España twice. He has also won several other stage races and the Velo d'Or 3 times. He also won 2 Olympic bronze medals in road time trials and took the bronze in the 217 World Championships. And he is 40 years old today. Chris Froome. We have Dietrich Mateschitz, an Austrian billionaire businessman. He is co-founder and 49% owner of Red Bull. His net worth is estimated about 27.4 billion. That was in 2022. He worked in marketing for Unilever and Blindex. While traveling in Thailand, he discovered the drink Kranting Dang, which I totally butchered the pronunciation, which he adapted into Red Bull. He founded Red Bull GmbH in 84 and launched it in Austria in 87. His company acquired or founded several sports teams around the world, including 6-time Constructors champion Red Bull Racing and sister team RB in Formula One, and association football teams including FC Red Bull Salzburg and RB Leipzig. And he is 70. He died at the age of 78 years old. And let's see. We have here. Cool, glad to see Tony's still racing somewhere. We have Mindy Kahn. She's an actress best known for her role in Facts of Life, but she also voiced Velma Dinkley in the Scooby Doo franchise from 2002 to 2015. She succeeded B.J. Ward, and before and then after she played Velma, Kat, I will get the word right, Kate Micucci, then took over the role. And she is 59 years old today. We have Jane Wiedlin. She is best known as a co-founder, rhythm guitarist, and backing vocalist for the new wave band The Go-Go's. She voices Dust, the drummer and backup vocalist of the fictional rock band The Hex Girls, and she also had a successful solo career. The Go-Go's became one of the most successful American bands in the 80s, helping popularize new wave music with songs that included We Got the Beat, Our Lips Are Sealed, and Vacation. As a solo artist, her Rush Hour peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. As an actress, she had roles as the singing telegram girl in Clue and as Joan of Arc in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. As a member of the Go-Go, she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and she and the band were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021. And she wrote most of the songs. And Velma, those weird Scooby Doo tunes of the 80s through the 2000s. I love Scooby Doo. She had no speaking in Roll and Ted. Her name is, and she has said that in her interview. Her actual last name is pronounced Micucci. So Kate Micucci took over the role of Velma after Mindy Cohn. I I follow her on TikTok and she is a fantastic artist. I really like her. We have Ted Allen. He's an author and television personality. He was the food and wine connoisseur on the Bravo's network television program Queer Eye. He's hosted cooking competition series Chopped and Chopped Junior. Um, let's see what else he did. He appears on the Food Network show Beat Bobby Flay and other television cooking shows. And he's 60 years old today. We have Sierra Bogus. She's an actress, singer, and figure skater. She is best known for originating the role of Ariel in The Little Mermaid on Broadway. She has also appeared as Christine Day in The Phantom of the Opera. She also was in the original London version of Love Never Dies, which is like what happens after The Phantom of the Opera. Um, she was also in Les Miserables as Fantine. and she originated the role of Rosalind Musum in the School of Rock in 2016. And she is 43 years old today. Yes, he hosts his Chop, and they still play those reruns all the time. They do. And yes, that they do. I hope I have not missed anything in the chat. If I have, I apologize. I'm trying to stay up. We have Bud Grant, an American professional football player and coach of the NFL and the CFL. Um, he was head coach for the Minnesota Vikings for 18 seasons. He led them to 4 Super Bowl appearances, 11 division titles, 1 league championship, and 3 National Football Conference championships. Let's see. He is the most successful coach in Viking history, and he was the most successful in the Blue Bombers history, which is the um, Canadian football team, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He coached them for 10 seasons, and they won the Grey Cup 4 times through there. He is the 5th most winningest coach in professional football history, with a combined 2,286 wins in the NFL and the CFL. He was elected to the Canadian Football Hall of Fame and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was the first coach to guide teams to both the Grey Cup and the Super Bowl, and the only other one was Marv Levy. And he passed away at the age of 95 years old. Yeah, love. We'll go back to. Let's go back to her. There we go. Love never dies. It yeah is different. Productions changes help a lot with the story and pacing. Early ones were really rough. Yes, and it was the play was written for a specific actor to portray um, the Phantom, and so it's really hard for anyone else to do it. And let's see, it says, I'll be suggesting music that's trending now. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's a song from a game recently released, and it is French. So let's go look at it. I have found an easier way to search this stuff instead of having to type it all up. It took me a while. I'm a little slow, but I did figure it out. So happy me. Yay. So as once again, as I say, I cannot um, vet these. So remember that. I am sure they're absolutely fine, but just letting you know. Okay, here we go. From what little I hear through the headphones, oh my gosh. So there is that. And then let me go put this over in Discord. Actually, on my websites to check out section, I now have a section for um, music, comedy, and other websites. So, yay me. We have David Hedison. He passed away at the age of 92 years old. He is an American film, television, and stage actor. He is known for his roles as the title character in the 1958 The Fly. He played Captain Lee Crane in the television sci-fi drama Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And he also played CIA agent Felix Leiter in two James Bond films, Live and Let Die and License to a Kill. So what does it actually say? He well, they say he is one of the most successful coaches in Viking history. So what other Viking coach did better than him? That's what they're saying there. Let me remove that. Not the most successful coach ever. They're saying with the Vikings, he was the most successful Vikings coach, is what they're saying. So, to clarify that. And let's see here. Let's go back to here. Spoiler alert, he got munched by a shark and licensed to kill. Oh, that's so sad. We have Anthony Zerbe, or Zerb, an actor. He played in The Omega Man. He also was he was in the Molly Maguires. He was Molly Maguire in the Molly Maguires. He was in Farewell My Lovely, Babylon, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. He was also in the James Bond film License to Kill. He was in The Turning Point, The Dead Zone, Star Trek Insurrection, and The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. And he is 89 years old today. And the Omega Man, yes. And in reference to, nope, David Hudson, A Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea is fun. It's on MeTV and MeTV Plus. And talking about the Omega Man, that movie is scary when you're a little kid. There's a lot of movies that are scary when you're a little kid. Let's see, we have Stan Mikita, a Slovak-born Canadian ice hockey player for the Chicago Blackhawks of the NHL. He is generally regarded as one of the best centers of the 1960s. In 2017, he was named one of the 100 greatest NHL players, and in 61, he became the first Slovak-born player to win the Stanley Cup. And he died at the age of 78 years old. We have Franz Jagerstatter, an Australian farmer and conscientious objector during World War II. He was sentenced to death and executed for his refusal to fight for Germany. He was venerated as a martyr and has been beatified by the Catholic Church. and he died at the age of 36 years old. Uh, Charlton Heston version was Omega Man. Will Smith's version is I Am Legend. We have Sadaharu Oh, also known as Wang Chin-chi, a Japanese-born Taiwanese former professional baseball player and manager. He's currently the chairman of the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks of Nippon Professional Baseball. His career spanned 4 decades, which he only played for the Yom- Yomo- Yomiuri Giants. He holds the world he holds the world career home runs record at 868, over 100 more than MLB record holder Barry Bonds. He batted and threw left-handed and primarily played first base. He was named the Central League's most valuable player 9 times. Uh, in addition to the world career home run record, he set many other MPB batting records, including runs batted in, which was 2,170, slugging percentage of 6.634, bases on balls 2,390, and on base plus slugging percentage of 1,080. He held Japan's single season home run record with 55 until it was broke in 2013. He became the first recipient of the People's Honor Award, and he was inducted into the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame in 1994. And he is 85 years old today. And Sashi says that's funny. Two actors who were on License to Kill share the same birthday. That happens sometimes. I think that's weird. We have Bill Hewlett, American engineer and co-founder with David Packard of the Hewlett Packard Company, and he died at the age of 87 years old. We have Dave Thomas. He was a Canadian actor, or is. He's not dead. He's a Canadian actor, comedian, and television writer. He was half of the duo Bob and Doug McKenzie with Rick Moranis. He was in the film Strange Brew. They also made 2 albums, The Great White North and Strange Brew, and that one got them a Grammy nomination. Some other acting credits include My Man Adam, The Expert, Coneheads, Rat Race, Beethoven's Fifth, and Santa Stay. On television, he was in Grace Under Fire, and he did the voices of Took in Brother Bear and Brother Bear 2. And the world home run record is why we need a true World Series with champion teams from other countries, not just an American World Series. They should call it the U.S. Series because it's not, you're right, it is not world. Oh, and yes, well, where is it? Where is it? Where is he? That is so true. And I tell you, I use Hewlett Packard printers. I do. I need to look for another brand, but I've kind of just gotten stuck using them. And you are right. You are right with that, Sashi, about their printers. Let's see. We have Emily Berliner or Emil Berliner. I'm sorry. He is a German-American inventor, best known for inventing the lateral cut flat disc record, called a gramophone record in British and American English. It was used with a gramophone, and he founded the United States Gramophone Company in 1894, and he died at the age of 78. Okay, so talking about Omega Man still, let's see. He says the last man precedes the Omega Man, then I am legend. So the last man precedes the Omega, which means last man, then I am last. I am image is the third version. Vinyl man, it's vinyl. We have Patty Russo, a singer-songwriter. She acted as Meatloaf's female lead vocalist, touring the world with his band Neverland Express between 93 and 2013. Since then, she has embarked on a solo career, and she is 61 years old today. Happy birthday. We have Hal Newhouser. He was nicknamed Prince Hal and Hurricane Hal. He was an American professional baseball player. He played in the MLB as a pitcher from 39 to 55, most notably for the Detroit Tigers. He was selected for 7 straight All-Star games. He became the first pitcher to win the Most Valuable Player award twice in consecutive years. He won in 44 and 45. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in 92, and his number 16 was retired by the Detroit Tigers in 97. And loved her accompaniment with Meatloaf videos. And Buddy says, let me go back to, let's see, who do we want to go back to? He said, the Richard Matheson novel, I Am Legend, is somewhat different than all 3 of the films. And he also wrote some great Twilight Zone episodes. That was Richard Matheson, I am assuming. We have Gardner Fox, an American writer, best known for creating numerous comic book characters for DC Comics. He is estimated to have written more than 4,000 comic stories, including 1,500 for DC Comics. He was also a science fiction author and wrote many novels and short stories. He is known as the co-creator of DC Comics heroes Barbara Gordon, the original Flash, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Dr. Fate, Zatanna, and the original Sandman. He was the writer who first teamed several of those and other heroes as the Justice Society of America, and later recreated the team as the Justice League of America. He introduced the concept of the multiverse to DC Comics in the 1961 story Flash of Two Worlds, and he died at the age of 75 years old. Sometimes they can't find photographs that are worth using. So there's a novella he did. It was they were covered on the issue of Planet Stories. See, are there any other? I don't see any. Okay. I was looking to see if there was any other artwork. So Gardner Fox passed away at the age of 75 years old. We have a Jamie Chadwick, a British racing driver. She competes for the IDEX Sport in the 2025 European Le Mans Series. She previously raced for Andretti Global and Indy NXT. She won the inaugural W Series season in 2019 before retaining her title in 21 and 22. She has also competed in the Race of the Champions for Great Britain alongside David Coulthard and raced in Extreme E. She is a development driver for the Williams Formula One team and a test driver for the Jaguars Formula E team. And she is 27 years old today. Jamie Chadwick. Edward Buchner, a German chemist and zymologist. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work on fermentation, and he died at the age of 57 years old. He received the prize in chemistry. His experiment for which he won consisted of producing a cell-free extract of yeast cells and showing that his press juice could ferment sugar. So it actually, what it said was it dealt yet another blow to vitalism by showing that the presence of living yeast cells was not needed for fermentation. So stuff that is fermented, we thank you. We thank you for your discovery. We have Kate Campbell. Kate Campbell is 33 years old. She's a Malawian-born Australian former competitive swimmer. She is the current world record holder in the short course 100-meter freestyle. She is also a former record holder in the long course 100-meter freestyle, breaking Britta Steffens' Supersuit WR by 0.01 seconds. She has 8 Olympic medals, 4 of which are gold across 4 Olympics. She was Australia's joint flag bearer at Tokyo's 2020 Olympics. She is regarded as one of the greatest Australian swimmers and one of the best relay swimmers of all time, holding 4 of the lasted 100-meter freestyle splits in history at the time of her retirement. In particular, she has been credited as the doyen of the Australian women's sprinting dynasty alongside her sister Bronte. And she is 33 years old. And let's see here. We have, so she's better than Danica Patrick as far as female racers go. And Sashi says, Michelle Moyton remains the best female race driver in my opinion. And her birthday's coming up next month. Sashi, can you put her in the June birthdays for me so I don't miss her if you haven't already? Let's see, where are we? We are on our last person, George Washington, not our president, but George Constant Louis Washington, passed away at the age of 70 years old. He was a Belgian-British inventor and businessman, best remembered for his improvement on the early instant coffee process and for the company he founded to mass produce it, the G. Washington Coffee Company. Uh, the success of his company Let's see what goes. He became a important military supplier in World War One, excuse me, for his coffee. The success of his company made him wealthy, and he lived in a mansion in Brooklyn. He then moved to a country estate in New Jersey in 27. His company was sold to American Home Products in 1943, shortly before his death. Though the coffee brand was discontinued in 1961, his name is still used today in the product G. Washington's seasoning and broth. Thank you. Thank you, Sasha. I figured she was, but I just wanted to make sure. So those are our birthdays for today, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed them. We had some good birthdays there. So I get my birthdays information from Wikipedia and also thefamouspeople.com. So if your birthday's today, happy birthday to you. So guess what we're doing next, everybody? I don't know. What could it be? Let's see. Well, I don't know. But first, if you'd like to support me, you can through Super Sticker, Super Chat, membership, and membership gifting. Don't forget that. Um, it is greatly appreciated, but not required. And yes, it is a puzzle time. Puzzle time. I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. I just don't know. So let's find the puzzle here. Here's the puzzle. There we go. And let's go ahead and start this puzzle. It took us an hour and 22 minutes to get through the birthdays today. Puzzle time. So, what word do we want to do first? I could never remember how to spell that word. We'll do audio, if I can spell it right. Audio. And it has none of those letters. So there's an E and a Y. Um, Today is National Quiche Lorraine Day. This versatile French delight makes an excellent dish for any time of the day. So quiche Lorraine has origins beginning in the rural Lorraine region of France. While it is considered a French dish, it developed during the time when the Lorraine region was under German rule. This explains why the word quiche comes from the German word Kuchen, meaning cake. Interesting, the Lorraine region of France is also known for many other delicious dishes such as mandolines, Jordan almonds, macarons, and Lorraine hot pot. So National Quiche Lorraine Day. I get my what are they called? I get my celebrations from three websites: National Day Calendar, National um, Today.com, and Days of the World. Days of the Year.com, Days of the World. Now I'm going to have the song Quiche Lorraine in my head. So let's see, what word can we do here? How about verge? Verge. There are two E's, but they're not in the second or fourth, fifth spot. How about sleep? I need some of that. Sleep. Sleep. Okay, the E is one E is in the second. So the other E has to be here. So E blank, E blank blank. So the E has to be at the beginning and it's in the third spot. How about enemy? Oh, even there is no V's. The V was not available. Let's try enemy. Enemy is a good word, is it not? It was enemy. So we have an S at the beginning. There is a P, an I, and an L. The L's not in the second spot, and the I's not in the fourth, and the P is not in the fifth. It is a flower day from nationaltoday.com. Um, Today makes a toast to the beauty of flowers and the ways they are useful to us. On the holiday, environmentalists and conservationists create awareness about flower conservation and what can be done to save endangered flower species. So, Flower Day, that's from nationaltoday.com. Enema or enemy? It was enemy. Enemy. And we have the word spill from Simply Steve. Let's try spill. It is not spill, but we have the SPINL. So SPIL, probably a T. Spilt. Spilt. It was spilt. We have an I in the fourth, and the A cannot be at the beginning, and the M can be in any of the open spaces. It is National Rescue Dog Day. This is from a National Day calendar. Today, we recognize all the benefits of allowing a four legged canine to adopt you in their immeasurably lovable life on. Um, Let me start that all over again. Um, Today, we recognize all the benefits of allowing a four legged canine to adopt you into their immeasurably lovable life on National Rescue Dog Day. So, if you're going to get an animal, consider getting a rescue animal, a shelter animal. Um, they need forever homes too. So let's see, what could this word be? Hello, Comic Relief Crusader. How are you today? Hello, hello. So we have an I in the fourth and an M and an A. M A. You're right. It cannot be mania because there's no N. Um, oh, I have a word. You ready for the word? Maybe if I put my cursor where it needs to go. Maxim. That uses that X. How fun would that be if this is the word? It is not Maxim, but the MA is at the beginning. Sashi said, my mother used to have a flower called the Queen of the Night. It bloomed at midnight for only one day, and it was a type of a cactus. How cool! I kill everything. So we have an M and A at the beginning, an I in the fourth, and that's all we know. I was going to say magic, but there's no G. Huh. Let's try a J just because sometimes they spell things weird. I really thought Maxim would be it. M-A. I have no idea. The Epiphyllum oxypitatum. Oxypitate. This word. Epiphyllum oxypitallum was the name of it. Oh, well, let's look that up because I don't know what this word is. So I'm going to kind of just do something else. Oh my. So here's a picture of it. And how pretty is that? It's called the Duchess Pipe Cactus, Princess of the Night, or Queen of the Night. It has a native range from Mexico to Nicaragua. It blooms nocturnally, and its flower wilts before dawn. So anyway, wow, how pretty. I wonder what other pictures they have. I guess that's about it. How pretty is that? Mafia. There we go. Mafia. Thank you. I believe it is Mafia. Your superior intellect and brain. Mafia. It was Mafia. Thank you, Snortopoopus. We have an E in the fourth, and there is an I and a D. The I cannot be in the second. I'm sorry, the I cannot be in the third, and the D cannot be in the third. Misa, you are a smart bear. Use a smart bear, Snortopoopus. So let's see. Biked. Biked. It's not biked, but the I is in the second and the D is in the fifth. Today is a World Bee Day from daysoftheyear.com. Lately, the concerns about bees being endangered may have become widely noted among people all over the world. But information on how to take action about it has become scarce in this age. That's why World Bee Day exists to educate people about the importance of bees and how they can help preserve them for the sake of the future. If you want to help save these fuzzy insects from extinction, then read down below on what you can do to help that. You can support a conservation charity. Um, you can plant a bee friendly garden. You can support local beekeepers and say no to pesticides. Harmful pesticides will help keep pollinators happy. And if you have to spray anything, do so in the morning or late at night. That will ensure that the bees don't get caught in the crossfire. So, bees are very, very important for our food supply. They pollinate a lot of our plants. So if you find a beehive in your house, don't spray it to kill it. Call someone to come and safely um, remove them. So we have the word diced. I said biked. I was trying to think of a word. I said bike simply, Steve. And we have the word diced, and diced is the word. Then we have a U, an R in the second and third with an E, and then a S and a C. The S cannot be in the first spot. See right here. So this has to be a C. Yes, be kind. Be kind. You are right. So we have curse, coice, yes. But then we have an L in the second, an S in the fourth, and then there is an O and a G. We have a bee. He says, abandon the house and concede defeat to the bees. Actually, they're, I don't know what to call, I call them bee wranglers. They can come, especially if they have their own hives, and they can remove the bees from your house safely without hurting the bees or hurting you. Today is International Red Sneakers Day. Not everyone knows that allergies can be life threatening. So, education on the fatality of allergies is one of the aims of International Red Sneakers Day. The nonprofit organization Red Sneakers for Oakley invites the entire world to join and requests that everyone wear their red shoes to draw attention to the rising food allergy problem. This affects around 250 million people around the world. Today provides an opportunity to use a straightforward but powerful symbol like red sneakers as a means of drawing attention to the severity of the challenges that people with food allergies face all around the world. The event also serves as a platform to raise awareness about the dangers associated with food allergies. This one is, I really like this one. Um, so many people um, say they can't have this or they can't have that, but it's because they don't like it. But there are legitimate life threatening food allergies where if somebody, I had a friend whose kid was severely allergic to fish and peanuts. Gosh, what a combination. And they went to a restaurant and the table had, they usually cover the table, but no, it was a park, and there was somebody must have had fish or something, and they touched it, that spot, and they were in extreme distress, life threatening distress. So some people with allergies are really really bad. So don't laugh allergies off. I have family members that have allergies. My oldest cannot have any gluten. They are celiac, and it was messing with their system, and they finally have figured it out. So we have gloss, then we have a B at the beginning, an S at the fourth, and then there's an R and an A. The A has to be here in the third because the A is not here, nor is the A there. So there's two spots it cannot be. So we have blank, B blank, A S blank. Um, you're allergic to anything pork. I had a sister that had severe wheat allergies that they would, at the age of 8 years old, they missed many, many days of school. This was before they knew they had the allergy. They would have headaches so bad, migraines. I won't even call them headaches. They had migraines so bad that they literally could not move. It was awful. Their lips would swell up. Their they would get hives. Um, If when they were younger there was such a thing as EpiPens, they would have had one. They went so many times to the emergency room because of reactions until a nurse practitioner said, "Why don't we test them for allergies?" And they did, and she was severely allergic. It's when they did the skin test where they prick you and put a little bit of the allergen under your skin, and it looked like somebody had thrown boiling water on her back. It was so blistery from the reactions. So we're going to try the word breast. So allergies are real, people. If you don't believe it and you think someone's faking it, don't sneak whatever they're allergic to in their food just to see. You could friggin' kill them. So don't do that. At the worst, you could kill them. You could also just make them very ill for days just because you're a jerk. So don't do that. If they say they're allergic to them, respect it. Respect it. Brash was the word. Sorry. Penicillin. Yes, my grandmother was allergic to penicillin. And this was when they first kind of like discovered it. And it was like the cure all everything. And they nearly killed her giving her penicillin. So, yes, medical allergies, food allergies are a real thing, people. So I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, but for any of you out there listening, if you think allergies are a joke, they're not. So please don't. We have a C at the beginning, an E at the end with a T, a U, and an H. Let's see. Do we have any other celebrations? We might not. Okay. Today is National High Heel Day. It's Today is in honor of the strutters, the confidence givers, the posture fixtures, high heels. It was invented as a cosmetic aid. This multi-billion dollar product is now all about making a fashion statement. Someone once said, the higher the heels, the closer to God. And we may just agree. This exciting day came in existence in 2021 through a court order issued by Judge Gisela Laurent in an undisclosed statement. Women all over the United States celebrate the holiday by donning their best pair and heading out with confidence. Okay. So I do not wear heels. If I don't even have to wear shoes, I won't wear shoes. And that was from nationaltoday.com. I think we have completed our celebrations for today, so we're just going to work on this puzzle. Snow to Poopy says that Connie, humans taste like pork. It's safe for you to avoid eating them. And we have someone playing the game. We have the word shoot. Shoot. And then we have Faloom. And we have sadly. And then we have an A in the second with an ROL and a B. Don't shoot, said Simply Steve. Sashi said, "Yep, I was almost given the title The Late when I was a kid. Oh my goodness. And I'm allergic to long hair. Whoops, there's that one. I'm allergic to long haired cats and fur pollen. Wow." So we have the word labor from Simply Steve. Labor. Then we have an S. The T cannot be in the fourth spot here, so the T has to be here. So we have stave. We have C-A, and then there's an N. I think the word is canny. Canny. Then we have an S-H-U, and then we have a K and a C. Usually in the English language, it is CK. So we're going to try CK, shuck. Then we have RO in the second and third with an E. There is a P and a T. The T cannot be in the fourth spot, so the T has to be in this spot. Oh, shuck it. Yes. So it's TROPE, trope. Then we have drift. And let's see here. Then we have amble. Then we have an E in the second and I in the fourth with an R, S, and N. Let's see. The R cannot be in the second or the fifth. So it starts with an R. Whoops. The S. The N cannot be. There we go. Resin. Resin. Then we have an A in the second, a T in the fourth, and then we have an L. The only thing is the L cannot be at the beginning that we know. The L cannot be at the beginning. So we have blank A, blank T blank. Waltz. Oh my gosh. I never would have thought of that word. Waltz. Oh my gosh, that's a good word. And it was waltz. And then we have a robot because we have to put a vowel there, and O is the only vowel. So we have a robot. Then let's look down here. We have a U, I, T, and an E. Then we have a Q and a J. A bot, yes, comic relief crusader. So a Q before a U. So we have quite, if I can spell correctly, quite. We have noose, whoops. We have condo. We have Keneal. I know it's Neil. We'll go to the next. Whoops. Let's look at our poll real quick here. I haven't talked about the poll at all today. My favorite fruit, we have 14 votes. Strawberries is in the lead, grapes is second, blueberries is third, and raspberries are fourth. We have 10 people watching. We have, let's see, how many have liked? We have 11 likes and 619 subscribers. Help me get to 625, guys. If you can invite your friends to come over and sub to my channel, that would be fantastic. We have the word buggy, then we have couch, then we have probably Perry, P-A-R-R-Y, Perry the platypus. Sorry, I know it's a different spelling. Perry. Then we have stout. And we have our last four, which we might be able to. I was hoping we can get that J. Would that not be fun if we could do the J? So we have, you guys have friends. Well, go ask your enemies to support me. We have virus. We have plate. Or another word for braid. We have wound or wound. And we have undid. I undid it. And the comic relief creator says, allegedly you have friends. So we have undid. And so that's our poll, our puzzle for today. Got it done in a little less than 30 minutes. Enemy, spilt, mafia, diced, curse, gloss, brash, shoot, flume, sadly, labor, stave, candy, shuck, trope, drift, amble, resin, waltz, robot, quite, noose, condo, kneel, buggy, couch, perry, stout, virus, plate, wound, and undid. So thank you guys all for participating in the puzzle today. Um, it was fun. It's kind of a quick one today. So I am going to let you know we're going to be doing some memes. Um, remember that I do clip these to as a little standalone thing. Um, Comic Relief Crusader says, Soda Poopa says, I used to have friends, but they disappeared at dinner time. And yes, there was the J was the only letter not used. And yay, we finished it. And the Comic Relief Crusader chuckled at Snorter Poopus's little comment there. And CRC says, I think I have friends. And Snorter Poopus, how much do you pay them? Friends? What's that? I only have acquaintances that I don't really know. Ha ha ha. That is, there's probably a lot more truth in that than you realize. For me, that it is anyway. I have a lot of acquaintances. So everybody, we are going to be doing our memes. Remember that I do clip these for a video, a standalone video. Um, so during the while I'm doing the memes, if there's a comment that doesn't pertain, or if I've missed them, if I've passed the meme and I might skip it. No offense at all. Please don't. I'm just if I'm just letting you know that that might happen. Also, if they're a little bit off color, I will wait till after I do the memes to share them. Please continue to share them, but I'm just letting you know that. So it is times for memes. So here we go. So let me check something here real quick and make sure I get the name of this uh, day correct. I believe it's National Streaming Day. Okay, so here we go. Hello, everybody. In honor of National Streaming Day, our memes are about streaming services, and just streaming in general. So here we go. I hope you enjoy them. Me seeing all streaming services starting to show adverts. We have to go back to pirating. Arg. Hmm. I do not advocate thievery. Just kind of stating something that is happens. I need a webcam for streaming on YouTube, right? On YouTube, right? Hmm. Oh, we won't talk about those other services, will we? When you donate $1 to a streamer, now say my name. Spend the next 5 minutes acknowledging me. Oh, goodness. Okay. I do have to go back, and that one's funny. Only Padme's. Oh, oh. Shout out or put out. Oh. I'm sorry. When there's a million different streaming services, but you don't have a lot of cash, I'm going to become the king of the pirates. It used to be great. Um, uh, because you could get there was a lot of stuff out there that was free and stuff, and now you have to pay, even if you have to pay $5 a month, which is usually not the case. It's crazy. Some people say I don't have a cable provider. I just do streaming services, and they say, well, you pay as much as you do for cable, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, but I have the stuff that I want to watch. Um, so yeah, I hate it when they put it behind one service. Yeah, one piece at a time. LOL. Here we go. There's movies on streaming and physical copies of movies. And yes, this is what happens. Those movies on streaming die first, and then the other lives on. So get that physical copies. This guy streamed the whole UFC fight but pretended it was a video game so it wouldn't be taken down for copyright. I don't know if that really happened, but if it did, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Some Netflix error messages I could use. Netflix. Based on your recent relationship status change, now is not a good time for this title. You just finished season 2. Quality of episodes is wildly inconsistent from this point on. Boy, do we need that one. The current time, 12:38 a.m. Be honest, you can't handle a scary movie right now. And it's been 15 minutes. Time's up. We're choosing for you. I love those error messages. You I agree with that, but at least you have the opportunity to put them on digital sources, and it would still be a copy that you have. Trying to watch something online and it keeps buffering. Oh my gosh, that absolutely drives me crazy when that happens. When your favorite streamer is not streaming today. Oh, I'm so sad. Aw, that's so sad. And Soda Poopa says, I love streaming for tasty fishies. I don't always watch Netflix, but when I do, I find a show I like, watch all 7 seasons in 2 days, and get depressed when it's over. Streaming services. There was a 0.03 second connection problem, so I don't remember where you left off. Old VHS tape. Here's where you left off watching Tom and Jerry 24 years ago. Oh my. I think that's so funny. Oh, refuses to watch a 2 hour movie. But hey, 6 20-minute episodes, not a problem. It's all in how it's presented. All in how it's presented. Every friend group, you have the kid with anger problems, the one chill parent of the group, and the energetic one. Can I call you back? I'm just watching a live stream. That one's for you, Snorter Poopas. So you can, where is it? Get those tasty fishies. Ah, and this I agree with. It should be easier to find a certain stream or streamer. There's sometimes I know somebody's live, but I can't find them for the life of me. I search their name, I search everything, and I can't find it. And it is so frustrating at times. Um, but we will persevere on. We will persevere on. Yes, we will. And those are our memes for today. I hope you enjoyed them. Okie dokie, those were our memes for today. I do hope that you enjoyed them. Thank you guys a lot for participating. Let's see. This one I missed. Yes, the 20-minute, 6 20 minutes is because he needs a bathroom breaks. And yes, VHS be harsh. Um, I'm working on getting all my the media that I really care about over on digital. It just takes a lot of time. I actually want to get set up a computer just to do that, uh, but that will take time. So everybody, thank you for watching today. I'm going to go ahead and finish the poll because I'll forget to end it. We have 17 votes. Well, thank you so much. 9 people still watching. And strawberries and raspberries now are in the lead. Interesting. Raspberries were last, but now they are tied for first with strawberries. And then we have grapes and blueberries are in third place. So thank you all 17 people who voted. So let's go on here. If you would like to help our friend Clifton 3D, he has to get some medical treatments. He has to get 10 of these at €100 each, which is about €1,000. They have a Give, Send, Go, which is like the GoFundMe here in the United States for €1,250. It just includes a small little extra to, help with those little extra needs that might be needed. So if you would like to support him, that would be greatly appreciated. There is, whoops, I put such an idiot. I typed it up and I put it in the private chat. So um, let's see. Buddy says, don't razz my berries. So if you'd like to help him out or share out the link, whatever you could do would be greatly appreciated there. In about 26 minutes, I'm going to complete this lion bank. I am absolutely going to complete it. with no doubt whatsoever. And then at 5 p.m., I'm going to be over at Agent Atwood's gaming channel. Buddy, if you could put that in the link in for this, would be fantastic. We'll be watching The Last of Us. The This is the fourth time doing it. I'm watching his playthrough, so that is at 5 o'clock today. Tomorrow at 4, we have anime in the afternoon. Diamond is Unbreakable. We're starting that arc, episodes 1 through 4, and we're 1 through 4, and we're ending Cowboy Bebop. Um, um, Wednesday. And then after that, we're going to be watching Sales at Work. So, yes, please stop by Agent Atwood's gaming channel tonight at 5 p.m. as he plays The Last of Us with the Misses. So, please go over and check that out. It would be greatly appreciated. It is fun. Thursday, I have Puttering in Fortnite at 5 p.m. Friday, I'm working on some coasters, these little kitty cats that I'm using as Christmas ornaments this year. So I finished The Nightmare Before Christmas. So now it's time to do some kitty cats. Uh, we'll have the Midnight Insomnia Theater. We're watching Inner Space, and then cartoons. The Pretender and the Monday morning show will not be happening because I am going to be at my nephew's house area celebrating his first birthday. That's why I'm working on this bank and frantically working to get it done because that's his birthday present. Um, so, yeah, 24 minutes now before I do that stream. If you'd like to support me, you can through YouTube Super Sticker, Super Chat memberships, and gift membership. You can buy me a cup of coffee or check out my creator wish list. Both of the links are here. They're Mrs.DadmanWalking55. You can also mail stuff to us at P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226. Here are my streams and VODs. YouTube, Twitch. I'm also on Twix, Discord, and Threads. So, those are the places that you can find me. I believe we are done. I am going to go ahead and throw you over to this streamer. Let me go ahead and get this here. Come on, don't be silly. Don't be silly to me. So here we go. We're going to go over to Figgy Plays. They're watching this, playing this new game, first time playthrough. So go over there and tell her that Mrs. said hi. Um, so that would be greatly appreciated. So everybody, um, thank you so much for being here today. Remember to be kind, to show love, and that you're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as Buddy says, may your path be clear and your journey safe. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I will see you in about 20 minutes when I'll be finishing. Absolutely. There is no doubt. Well, I say that, but I do have to get off to do the 5 o'clock stream. So, but we are going to finish this. I have confidence. I say that every time because I have confidence. So I hope to see you in about 20 minutes over there. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And as I said, go over and tell Figgy Plays that we said hi. And I will talk to you later. Bye bye.